Welcome to Rebel Poet Society, motherfucker. Welcome to Rebel Poet Society. Yes, we are playing off that one movie with Robin Williams, because that man was a treasure.
Yes, he certainly was.
Okay. I did also do cross country. Thank you. And track, for that matter. I ran all the races. I was never the fastest, but I always finished. Okay.
Yeah, that was cool, Lauren says.
I appreciate that, Lauren. Involving. I've done that.
Yep.
So I didn't get the heated hut afterwards, though. I did have to dig some glass out of my foot because apparently people like to break beer bottles at the pier, but
Yep.
All right, Caitlin, I was saying, you're gonna go.
Yeah, poetry is meant to rip out your soul, dismember it, and see it back together so it doesn't look the same. Yes.
That's a good bit of poetry right there, Sammy.
Yeah. Like well, having it as see it didn't make it any less. In fact, actually,
I knew you. So first of all, I knew you meant so, but I didn't say anything because see it back together and find like he saw it through. The little play of words there. That would have been good by itself too.
It implied that poetry is a being by saying see it back together, because how else can something ensure something unless it possesses some kind of exactly.
Yep.
Yes.
That's right, Owen. Captain, my captain. We must fart shame.
We must fart shame?
Okay, first of all, how dare you? How dare you notice that I leaned over to fart? Second of all, it didn't come out. We're not going to talk about why. So.
Is that because you did it in reverse?
Good old fart in reverse. Sammy said, I sent you some poetry.
Oh, yay. Where did you send it to, dear?
She did. I have it. Okay,
you have it. Yay!
I will read that, but first, so it's a totally serious moment here.
Mm-hmm.
My late father.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little quick thing about my late father. He was not a writer. He was in the Navy as a young man and then spent the rest of his life turning wrenches for a living.
Mm-hmm.
But he was one of the most poetic people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And he has one published poem. He published it in The Owl in spring of 1979. The Owl is just a little school magazine from his college. So, the one and only published work of my father, Charles Edward Pieper.
Mm-hmm.
The Truth. Mm-hmm. Having loved you so, I'll never be the same. I can accept that, indeed. It pleases me to be so changed. And if with the tides of time I never again beheld your face, never again kiss your lips so warm, this also I will accept. But the distance, the space that separates one reality from another, enough nearly to bury the truth. I'll always love you. You know, the first time I read this,
mm-hmm.
I looked up from the page and the first thing I said was, that sounds like me. God, I miss my old man. I know I kind of misperformed the end of this first stanza here. Having loved you so, I'll never be the same. I can accept that. Indeed, it pleases me to be so changed. The way he punked, so he should have broken that line and punctuated a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I'd read it before he died so I could have pointed that out. That would have been such a fucking great moment. I can tell you as a kid. Oh my god, my dad would get nit. My dad was a nitpicky fucking person. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
he everything was supposed to be done right. Because if you're not gonna fucking do it right, don't bother doing it. Okay, my dad was that guy. Justly so. That's the right guy to be. And he would get on me if I used the wrong word out of laziness, if I didn't put something back together right, if I half-assed anything, he got on me. And then he goes and half-asses his punctuation and post structure. As a writer, who my dad greatly respected, by the way. My dad is the reason I finished my novel because he loved it so much. And so he knew, so he had bad respect for me as a writer. I could have ripped his ass to shreds on that. Oh, it would have been such a fun conversation.
Oh.
Oh, God.
My God.
I miss my old man. So, yes.
Oh,
thank you, Sammy. Thank you, author Lauren. I am going to be publishing that poem in one form or another eventually so that it lives on a little more.
Yeah.
But that was my father's.
Yeah, because publishing makes us immortal. That does.
Sammy, that is so true.
Yeah.
And that you have captured the essence of my father's story. It's very true.
Yeah. Yeah. Owen says he didn't know.
Oh wow, I'm sorry, Owen. Yeah, I thought everyone had been made aware. Yeah, bud. back in June. June of last year. Yeah.
We're getting lots of love. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
When I see him in heaven, I'll pass on that you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
You
know all the correct ways to do everything, but if he knew a quick way, that's what he told us to do. And sometimes, depends on the thing. Sometimes that's okay. Look, sometimes it just fucking needs to get done.
Right. Oh my god. Yep.
Oh man, Barry said something serious. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yes.
I really do appreciate it.
Oh man.
So, Kate, did you want to share your thing, or do you want me to share Sammy's thing next?
Let's do Sammy's.
All right. Infinite by Samantha Green. Mm-hmm. Consuming cakes in catacombs, enriching hopes in malgruous doom. These are the infinite thoughts of she, wishing to make peace with art not earned kindly. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that word. Illicibris, nightmare fair, luscious locks of abject graying hair, nurturing on beggar's side, humble heart filled with pride. These are the infinite thoughts of me. Are there better ways to conjure symphonies? That's quite good. That is quite good. I'm going to Google this word. I can't believe you caught me. And honestly, I'm only halfway sure I know what I'm not even sure I pronounced that right. Malgruous. So hang on here. Malgruous.
Malhumorado. Malagragras.
Caitlin, you are quiet.
Oh, I was trying to pull up.
A sentence example. What do you mean by malagrugorous? I have often regretted my speech, never my silence. Sammy, fill us in on what that word means in the comments.
You mean spell it?
Malagrugous.
Oh. You mean malagregis?
Malagragras.
Oh.
I know. I would know what malagregis means.
Well,
I accidentally pick up a book that is so I got a refund. What the fuck?
I tend to kink shame. I accidentally pick up a book that is disturbing, so I got a refund.
Now, hang on. Now, and okay.
Oh, yes. True, so many to pick from. Yes. Yes, Nicole, you should.
Luscious.
Oh, that's just. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen that word. Okay, so the other word that I. Oh no, wait, no, wait. That was not the word I tripped over. Il ec brus. Il ec brus. Tending to attract, enticing. Huh.
Yes.
Illesibris. That irritates me.
Illesibris.
Because I've heard that word spoken before and knew what it meant. But I never would have guessed that was how you spelled that word.
Yeah, there's a lot of words in the English language that are like that. So much fun. Grim, forbidding, gloomy. Yes.
Grim, forbidding, gloomy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that makes sense. Okay.
Malagrugis. Yeah. Yep.
Consuming cakes in catacombs, enriching hopes in Oh God, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
See? Okay. Words are fun, kids. Words are fun.
They are. And then I have not heard. Is that a fairly old word, Sammy? Because I have not heard that word before.
It is relatively old. This is relatively old. But it is so much fun.
Okay, Kate. Man. Do you want to pick your? Do you want to read something now?
Yeah, I can. What?
What are you looking at? Yeah, right?
Yeah, what the fuck, Barry? And you didn't even spell my name right, so that must be some other Caitlin you're talking about. Yup. Undulate? What do you mean? Undulate.
I've seen that video too. I have seen that video too. And
it is not a terrible word.
I agree with her point that the word is overused, but I do not mind reading it at all. And I think in entirety of fiction, I've seen that word, not nearly proportionally to all the other words that I see recur. I don't see that one that often.
Yeah. Yep, because for most people writing fiction nowadays, it contains too many syllables. I'm just kidding.
Caitlin, why must you pick fights with all the other children in the sandbox?
Because like, look, if they weren't like they were.
And yes, Lauren, you can email it, or you can send it to the Facebook page, my Facebook page preferably. I mean, you could also send it to the if you're feeling wherever. Just tweet it at us, whatever you got to do.
Oh man, if I can find the thing that I was looking for. Oh man.
I did not know you wrote a sonnet, Owen. Yeah, if you want to send that, bro, go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to send it to us, please do. But this is very long, but I'm going to read the entire thing. But you said that you had not heard this before. It's The Lady of Shalott by Lord Tennyson. And yes. So, on either side the river lie long fields of barley and of rye that clothe the wold and meet the sky, and through the field the roads run by. To many towered Camelot, the yellow... Here we go. Come on, stay open. The yellow-leaved water lily, the green-sheathed daffodilly, tremble in the water chilly round about Shalott. Willows whiten, aspens shiver, the sunbeam showers break and quiver in the stream that runneth ever by the island in the river, flowing down to Camelot. 4 grey walls and 4 grey towers overlook a space of flowers, and the silent isle embowers the Lady of Shalott. Underneath the bearded barley, the reaper reaping late and early hears her ever chanting cheerly, like an angel singing clearly, o'er the stream of Camelot. Piling the sheaves in furrows airy, beneath the moon, the reaper weary, listening whispers, "'Tis the fairy, Lady of Shalott." The little isle is all enrailed with a rose fence and overtrailed with roses by the marge unhailed. The shallop flitteth silken sailed, skimming down to Camelot. A pearl garland winds her head, she leaneth on a velvet bed, full royally apparelled, the Lady of Shalott. No time hath she to sport and play, a charmed web she weaves alway. A curse is on her if she stay, her weaving either night or day, to look down to Camelot. She knows not what the curse may be, therefore she weaveth steadily, therefore no other care hath she, the Lady of Shalott. She lives with little joy or fear, over the water, running near. The sheep bell tinkles in her ear, before she hangs a mirror clear, reflecting towered Camelot. And as the mazy web she whirls, she sees the surly village churls and the red cloaks of market girls pass onward from Shalott. Sometimes a troop of damsels glad, an abbot on an ambling pad, sometimes a curling shepherd lad, or long-haired page in crimson clad goes by the towered Camelot. And sometimes thro' the mirror blue the knights come riding 2 and 2. She hath no loyal knight and true, the Lady of Shalott. But in her web she still delights to weave the mirror's magic sights, for often thro' the silent nights a funeral with plumes and lights and music came from Camelot. Or when the moon was overhead came 2 young lovers lately wed. I am half sick of shadows, said the Lady of Shalott. A bow shot from her bower eaves. He rode between the barley sheaves. The sun came dazzling through the leaves and flamed upon the brazen greaves of bold Sir Lancelot. A red cross knight over forever kneeled to a lady in his shield that sparkled on the yellow field beside remote Shalott. The Jimmy bridled, glittered free, like to some branch of stars we see. Hung in the golden galaxy, the bridal bells rang merrily as he rode down from Camelot. And from his blazon baldric slung, a mighty silver bugle hung, and as he rode, his armor rung beside remote Shalott.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? I thought you said you weren't gonna read the whole thing.
Well, I got stuck, but I was like, it's so great. And the whole thing. But if you, because it's one of those, as you can tell, you just kind of just roll with it. I would have to say, though, probably one of my favorite parts was, where is it? Basically the part where he talks about the most famous part. Here we go. She left the web. She left the. Here we go. Yeah, she left the web. She left the loom. She made 3 paces through the room. She saw the water flower bloom. She saw the helmet and the plume. She looked down to Camelot. Out flew the web and floated wide. The mirror cracked from side to side. The curse is upon me, she cried. The Lady of Shalott. That's probably one of the most famous parts of the entire thing, and it gets quoted so much because it was, yes. Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's one of those. It is a rolling poem, and that's what Tennyson is famous for. But I will say, though, because of what we were talking about earlier and why it's so important to write poetry as a way to better your prose, this entire poem, if you can tell from the beginning of it, were you able to get basically an entire picture of what was going on?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Like where we were and what was going on, and I don't know about anybody in the audience, but that is definitely one of the ones that I would reference for this is how you can pack a whole lot of story into itty bitty space.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was wondering where you were going with that, and I was wondering when you were going to stop. She was like, "I'm not going to read the whole thing," but
I'm not going to read the whole thing. And then I got stuck, and I was like, "Oh well, I don't know. I just got carried away." Huh.
Killing me, Smalls.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last thing we're gonna read.
Last one.
Okay. So we got a submission from Owen here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right.
A Life to Save. And then I'm pretty sure that's right after that he has imperfect sonnet in parentheses, but I'm pretty sure the title is just supposed to be A Life to Save because as he just told me, it's not a perfect sonnet. So, okay. We now see people stand at attention, looked at them with firmly pressed uniforms. Bestowed with honor, they stand at graduation. The crowd cheers for the men who sign their forms. Soon after, they start to crawl through the trench holes, shots fired overhead, men writhing in pain, men bleeding to death to pay the war's toll. A red liquid marks the ground like a rug stain. The glory of the field is not so fair, men falling to the ground around us all. The bloody bullets cutting through the air, soldiers on the field, answering the call. We see young men now coming at the door, flag crossed the coffin, lowered to the floor. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or actually,
Actually, what is this, an ASMR stream? It was so good. But yes, Owen, that was pretty damn good.
yes.
I think you should, if you thought when you wrote that you were gonna finish it, you might want to finish that, dude. It is good. I like that.
It is quite good. Quite good indeed.
Okay.
All right.
So.
All
right. If you want your poetry read, you submit it to the email.
Yeah.
You can use this channel's email. Well, actually, don't use this channel's email. We never check it. But
well, I mean, I do. But
okay, she does. And you can also send it to adventurouspublications@gmail.com. Or, of course, to my Facebook page or her Facebook page.
Yep. Either way.
Either way. All right, guys.
Yeah.
We've been Rebel Poets, and this segment is...
It's done. It's over.
Yep.